biggest flex of the century.
How much is this bag?
This is 90,000. Hermes crocodile.
90,000 what?
Dollars.
New Team 10 house.
As you guys all know, I live in like a $15 million house.
Hey guys, it's Brooklyn and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. So today I am back with another social media slash like internet related commentary video because you guys like watching these and I like making them, so here we are. And today I wanted to talk about like the evolution of flex culture from like 2016 to now in 2021. I'm gonna start off this video with like a short overview of what flex culture was like at its peak. So I'd say like from 2016 to 2018. In that time, we saw a really random uprise of just a bunch of different influencers whose content was primarily them flexing in some type of way. So some examples of these influencers, there was Lil Tay, the Paul brothers and Team 10 and all of them, and then also other YouTubers like Jeffree Star and Rice Gum and probably a ton of other people that I'm just forgetting to name, but I'm sure you guys have an idea of what I'm talking about. And I feel like the brands Tesla and Supreme were both kind of like the face of flex culture during that time for those influencers.
So let's just put all this in the Tesla and see if it fits. Alright. Oh boy.
I don't know, I feel like I just remember 6th grade me seeing a lot of those brands, and those brands were just always associated with flexing in some type of way.
Supreme this.
What is
Supreme that.
Supreme
this, bro. Everyone's just trying to flex on each other.
And flex culture at that time was very, very clear and like really easy to point out. It was like super easy to distinguish the difference between the life that these massive influencers were flexing versus what our average everyday lives were like, and what typical things were actually realistic for us to obtain in our own personal lives. Majority of us out here were not like expecting our lives to look like these huge influencers because we knew that they were just like flexing. That was their job as an influencer, to flex like that. And this old flex culture and like all of that content was put out purely for entertainment purposes, honestly, because the audience found it entertaining and they found it funny, and it was just an easy way for these influencers to build up their name. And that's how these influencers kind of became known as just these big flexers. Now in 2021, I can honestly say that flex culture has died in the way that it used to be. And don't get me wrong, flex culture definitely still does exist in a couple different ways, and I'll get into examples of that in a moment. But the way flex culture looks now is just so different than how it looked a few years ago. And like I just said a moment ago, flex culture a few years ago was honestly just these massive influencers that were consistently flexing these really obscure things for entertainment purposes, but that is just not how it is anymore. It's changed a lot. And the reason why I say that this is dying is because people just don't want to watch that type of content anymore. I feel like a lot more people want to watch content that is actually relatable and like genuinely entertaining now, and that's why these massive flexers just aren't as popular as they used to be. And more people just want to see genuinely relatable content rather than these huge influencers and these huge celebrities all the time.
The wave and the era of these massive, huge influencers, I think people are sick of it. I think people are done with it. I think people want to see real humans on the internet.
Especially now with the pandemic and everything, a lot of people don't want to always see these rich influencers and celebrities always partying and going on vacations and stuff, because a lot of us can't do that right now for both like financial and safety reasons. Now for what flex culture actually looks like in 2021. So to put it into very simple words, I say that this current flex culture is very casual, and these influencers that are flexing have made the items they're flexing seem like they're everyday average things that everyone should have already, instead of making it seem like an actual flex. I hope that made sense. I feel like that might have sounded a little bit confusing, but I will explain myself in a moment. So a really good example of this would be all of the massive clothing hauls that flood YouTube and even TikTok. There's so many people that post these $500, $1,000 clothing hauls, and they consistently post these at least like once a month, or sometimes even more than that. And all of those huge clothing haul videos make it seem like it's normal for everyone to be getting that many clothes on that much of a consistent basis, when in reality nobody will will ever need that many clothes, and it's just not necessary for people to have that many clothes. And the thing about a majority of these big haul videos is that they're promoting all of this excessive shopping and consistent shopping, when in reality the influencer most of the time isn't even paying for the items that they're receiving. In most cases, you'll notice that these hauls are mostly one brand, and the most common brands on YouTube that you'll see are Shein and Princess Polly. And brands like that, what they'll do is they will send the influencers hundreds of dollars worth of coupons every single month so that the influencer can consistently buy stuff from them and consistently put out hauls for that brand. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with influencers getting sent free items. That's honestly a part of the influencer job at this point, but it does become a problem when influencers' content has become more and more consistent of posting these massive hauls and massive items that they're receiving instead of like actual like genuine content, you know? And when they post these hauls so consistently, it makes it seem like it's normal to do that much excessive shopping, or that it's necessary to always shop that much, when in reality no one needs that much stuff and it's a waste of your money.
Just for the average person, I hope that you know that this is not normal. It's not meant to be normal. And even among influencers, it's a very troubling and toxic need to feel like you constantly have to shop.
I can't be the only one that remembers when haul videos used to be so genuine. They just used to be people showing some of the things they got from a bunch of different stores after they spent a whole day at the mall or something like that. And all of the old haul videos used to start with a disclaimer saying that they weren't trying to brag or show off and all of that. And they were just so like pure and so genuine. And people would make haul videos to show the things that they bought, but nowadays a lot of what we see is that people buy things just to make a haul video. So it's kind of switched and it's weird now. Another very common example of this current casual flex culture is Jordans and any other shoes that are mostly sold by resellers. Now this can honestly spark a whole different conversation on its own, but all I'll say for now is that there is no reason why we've made it seem normal to want to spend hundreds of dollars on a single pair of sneakers to wear with like a basic outfit. I don't know who needs to hear this, but spending $500 on a pair of sneakers will never be worth it. It's never worth it. Now there definitely still are some people and influencers out there that try to flex in the same way as the old flex culture, like as far as like really obscure and expensive items, but that type of flexing just isn't as defining to the 2021 flex culture because of what I said about how people want to watch more relatable content, which is why it's so normal to like turn to these massive haul videos, because the people that are making these hauls are teenagers, so you would think that it would be more relatable content. And with the new flex culture, people have honestly just made it seem so normal instead of a flex, which makes the really impressionable audience just feel a lot more obligated to go and spend money on a bunch of unnecessary things. And the honest part of it for both this current casual flex culture and the old flex culture is that majority of average people will not be able to flex in the same way as an influencer because average people don't get paid to flex. I honestly think that flex culture will continue to evolve in a very casual way, which isn't a good thing, and I think it'll have a growing influence on its audience. This casual flexing has become really apparent with influencers who aren't even big at all compared to how big these flex influencers were a few years ago. Like a few years ago, all those influencers I named before, they had several million subscribers and followers and stuff, but these casual flex influencers now, they'll have like 100,000, 200,000. You guys know what I mean. It's obviously a big difference in the amount of followers they have, yet because their content is so casual, I feel like they have just an even bigger influence now than those influencers a few years ago. One thing I do think may happen in the future is that there'll be another divide between these casual flexing influencers and influencers who are actually relatable. Like just like before, there was a split between these extreme flexers and more casual relatable YouTubers, but now a lot of those relatable YouTubers have turned to casual flexing, so I feel like there'll be another divide between like the casual flexers and then the people who are actually relatable and genuine with their content. But of course we won't really know what happens until we get there, so we'll just have to wait and see what actually happens with the future of flex culture. So that is all I have for you guys today. Please let me know down in the comments what you guys think about today's topic about flex culture, and maybe if you guys have some other examples or ideas to add down into the comments, just let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did like it, then make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. And I'm also almost at 20k, so make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and comment down below any other video ideas you have for me, any other topics you want me to talk about, just anything. Let me know down in the comments and I can try to get that done for you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.